The emotional walls you built are now holding you back. Psychology of healing and growth. Have you ever noticed how the walls you built to protect yourself somehow became the ones trapping you? Maybe you don't talk about your feelings anymore because someone once used them against you. Maybe you stopped trusting because the last time you opened up, it broke you. Or maybe you've been strong for so long that even vulnerability now feels like a threat. But here's the twist. The very defenses that once kept you safe may now be silently sabotaging your growth. Most people never realize this. They move through life feeling stuck, disconnected, and emotionally numb without ever questioning the fortress they built around their hearts. Today, we're going to uncover why those emotional walls formed, how they helped you, most importantly, how they're holding you back now, because you can't heal what you keep hidden. The life you want, the love, the peace, the confidence exists only on the other side of those walls. How? Emotional walls were formed, and why they felt necessary. Emotional walls are rarely built in one moment. They're constructed brick by brick, experience by experience. A harsh comment from a parent, a betrayal by someone you trusted, a heartbreak that cut deeper than you ever expected, a childhood spent learning that being too emotional was unsafe. These moments, especially the ones you tried to forget, taught your nervous system a simple rule: feeling is dangerous. And so, you adapted. You shut down. You avoided conflict, kept your guard up. You stopped letting people get too close. At first, it worked. You felt stronger, more in control, less exposed. You told yourself this was maturity, discipline, self-reliance. But in reality, it was survival. Those walls weren't built out of weakness. They were built out of wisdom. At that time, your younger self did what they had to do to stay safe. There's nothing wrong with that. But what once protected you may now be preventing you from living fully. And the moment you understand that, everything starts to shift. Point 2. How these walls are holding you back today. Here's the tough truth. Emotional walls don't just block out pain, they block out connection, joy, clarity, and growth. They make you misinterpret people's intentions. When your guard is always up, every comment feels like a threat. Every disagreement feels like a betrayal, and every setback feels like a confirmation that you should never trust anyone. They stop you from asking for help. You carry everything on your shoulders because leaning on someone feels like weakness. But in reality, it's isolation disguised as independence. They sabotage relationships. People feel like they can't reach you. They feel you're distant, cold, or emotionally unavailable, not because you don't care, but because caring feels risky. They keep you stuck in old patterns. You might repeat the same cycles with different people, thinking, why does this keep happening to me? But the truth is, the wall is the pattern. They drain your emotional energy. It takes effort to stay guarded. It takes effort to monitor your feelings, to hold back tears, to pretend you're fine. Your emotional wall isn't silent, it's exhausting. And maybe the most painful part. You start to forget what it feels like to experience life with an open heart. You forget what softness feels like. You forget what being deeply seen feels like. Because walls can protect you, but they also starve you. 3. The psychology behind emotional healing and growth. Healing doesn't start when you tear down the wall. Healing starts when you understand why it was built. Psychology calls this protective adaptation. Your mind created defenses to shield you from overwhelming emotions or unsafe environments. The issue arises when those defenses linger long after the threat is gone. Here's how real growth begins. Awareness replaces denial. You start noticing the habits, shutting down, avoiding hard conversations, distancing yourself when you feel too close to someone. Awareness is the first crack in the wall. Compassion replaces judgment. Instead of being angry at yourself, you learn to say, of course I built this wall. It made sense, but I don't need it anymore. That shift alone rewires the way your brain responds to vulnerability. Safety replaces fear. Healing requires emotional safety, not perfection. It means creating a space with yourself first, then with others where feelings can exist without being punished. Gradual exposure replaces emotional numbness. You don't tear down the wall all at once. You open the door slightly. You let one person in. You tell the truth one small piece at a time. That's emotional strength. It's psychological growth. Integration replaces fragmentation. Instead of living as a guarded version of yourself, you allow your authentic self to merge with your healed self. And that's when your life starts reflecting who you truly are, not who you became to survive. 4. Signs you're ready to lower your emotional walls. Most people think they'll start healing when they feel ready. But readiness isn't a feeling, it's a recognition. These signs often show up right before a breakthrough. You feel tired of pretending you don't care. The numbness isn't comforting anymore, suffocating. You crave deeper connections. Surface level conversations and distant relationships no longer fulfill you. You catch yourself pushing good people away. Not because they did anything wrong, but because closeness scares you. You're becoming aware of your emotional patterns. This is a major sign that your mind is preparing for change. You feel an inner pull to grow, evolve, and break old. Cycles a quiet voice whispering, "You're meant for more than survival." These signs don't mean your walls are gone, they mean the door is finally unlocked. 5. How to start breaking free gently. Intentionally and fearlessly, you don't heal by forcing yourself to be vulnerable. You heal by giving yourself permission to be human again. Here's where to start. Tell yourself the truth, not the polished version, not the rational explanation. The truth. I built these walls because I was hurt. And once you name it, it loses its power. Let one person in. Just one. Healing doesn't require a crowd. It only requires a safe space. Practice expressing small emotions instead of holding everything inside. Start with, "I'm overwhelmed today. I don't know what I'm feeling right now." Simple honesty creates emotional openings. Don't run the moment you feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is growth. It's happening in real time. Celebrate your progress. Every moment you choose openness over fear, you're rewriting your emotional reality. Remember, emotional healing isn't about becoming soft. It's about becoming free. CTA, a natural, honest call to action. If today's message spoke to something deep inside you, don't ignore it. It means your heart is asking for space to breathe again. So here's your next step. Watch the full video on Awaken Mindset. It dives deeper with real psychological insights and practical steps to help you dismantle those emotional walls. In a healthy, empowering way, if you're ready to stop surviving and start living, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs this reminder today. Your healing isn't a future dream. It starts the moment you decide to open the door.